Oh, then I don't need mine?
You can, because I don't want to go on my keyboard.
Okay.
Okay. How are y'all today?
Good. Good, thank you.
My name is Tanya Black, and I will be doing this interview today. Before we get started, I want to let you know that everything you say will be confidential in this meeting, and that I am a mandated reporter, so if by any chance, I don't think it'll happen, but if any chance you mention harming yourself or others, I am required to report it. Is that okay with everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so let's get started. So we're here to discuss busy schedules and how hard it is trying to juggle everything in our everyday life. Sorry. And so I'm going to go around and I'd like everybody to tell me their name, whether or not you have kids, and what it is that keeps you the busiest in your everyday life. I'll start with you.
My name's Haley, and what keeps me most busy is work.
Do you have kids?
Oh, no kids.
No kids. No kids.
No kids yet. All right.
I'm Stephanie. 2 kids. What keeps me most busy is my kids and my husband.
Okay.
Oh, it's me. I'm Brittany. I have 2 kids, and I'm a single mom, so I have to balance work and my kids' social lives, so that keeps me pretty busy.
All right. So, and Stephanie, do you work?
No.
Okay. All right. So, if you could have extra time to do something, what was it that you would like to do that you don't have time currently to do?
Probably just spend more time at home trying to catch up on housework and just be able to chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
So, like, downtime,
Yeah.
resting.
Well, even like laundry and cleaning, those are always come last, and I usually find myself staying up late at night trying to do them, and I just wish I had more time, not at 10:30 at night.
Okay.
I would say more quality time with the family and with the kids, and not having to feel so pressed for time with our busy schedules with school and everything that goes on. And you've got to get all that done, and then by the time you're done with all that, it's like shower, bed, and you didn't really spend any time together.
So you feel like it's rushed.
Yeah, rushed for sure.
Okay.
I feel like I kind of agree with both of them that I feel like because I work 12-hour shifts when I do work, so I really don't have time to do anything after work. A lot of that responsibility is on my parents to feed my kids and watch them after school and help them with their homework. So 3 days a week I miss that time with them because when we get home, especially if I get off work late, it's time for them to go to bed. So I do feel like I get some good quality like downtime on my days off, but I probably use too much downtime because I'm so exhausted from the days I do work. So I feel like I don't always do the housework when I need to or do the laundry when I need to, and so then I feel the pressure to get everything done at once in one day and stress myself out.
So on your days off, you just want to rest and
Yes,
catch up on sleep.
pretty much.
And then you feel like you aren't able to spend enough time with your kids?
On the days that I work, yeah, for sure.
All right. So, let's see. What would you like to have more time doing besides those things? Like, what would be like something fun? You mentioned housework, or both of y'all mentioned housework. So what would be something fun? Because that's not fun.
Taking my dog for a walk. He has a lot of energy, and I don't ever have time to do it. So I would try to spend more time just taking him places. I used to do it all the time before I had my crazy schedule. And sometimes I come home and he just wants to do something besides sit at home like he's done all day, and it's dark, or I have homework, or I have to go to another job and I just don't have time. And that's fun for me to take him to go do things because I don't have kids.
Right. So it's kind of like your kid.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Stephanie.
vacation, for
That's
sure.
a good one.
It's not it not being so difficult to actually schedule it and then also come up with the finances that you need and the time that my husband would have to take off work, and so yeah, vacation for sure.
She stole my answer.
Oh, yeah. Vacation for you.
Well,
too.
either vacation or just going and doing activities with the kids, you know. Because a lot of the days off that I have are during the week, and so then they're at school, so we can't really go do things. So just taking advantage of the weekends and being able to go and do things together and spend what little time we have together.
So on the free time that you do have now, even if it is not very much, what do you do in that free time?
Clean, or do laundry, or if I really have downtime and I've already done all that, then I'll try to catch up on TV shows, but it doesn't happen very much.
So you would like to watch more TV?
If I'm watching a good show, but
That's not a bad thing.
no, sometimes I just, if I finish everything and I have a little bit of time before I have to go to bed, then I'll just lay down, catch up on even social media or a TV show, or sometimes just no TV on. I just lay there and, on my phone or something and just wind down from everything.
Preparing for the next day for sure. But if it's not like homework or something like that, then yeah, it'll be watching TV or probably a little too much time on social media and or kids playing video games, those type of things.
I wish I had time to read.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, I have a book that I've been wanting to get started on, but I haven't done that.
Yeah. Well, I'm the kind of person that once I start a book, I can't stop, and I just don't have time for that. So I have to find enough time to be able to read it from start to finish, or else I can't do it.
So you had mentioned that before that in your free time you spend it mainly trying to catch up on sleep and resting. So.
Yeah.
All right. So on your really busy days, how does that make you feel? Is it like exhausting, stressful?
I'm mostly stressed. Yeah, I just feel like there's not enough time to do all the things that I need to do in that day. So, and then if I get up in the morning and I notice that the floor is dirty and I know I'm going to get home, the floor's still going to be dirty. And I'm going to be too tired to do anything about it when I get home. So it falls a lot on my kids to do chores, after school or on the days, spring break or summer or whatever, when they're actually home. They feel like they're doing a lot of the household chores because they are, but.
Yeah, might make you feel more on edge because I agree with the frustration part, and maybe something that wouldn't normally bother you is going to bother you because you feel flustered. And to me, like when my house is like all cluttered and stuff, that's how my brain feels.
Like you can't focus on anything.
Yes.
I feel like if I have a really busy day, if I don't sit down and make a timeline, even like 5-minute difference, that makes a lot of difference. And I'll have to sit there and say, okay, from 12 to 12:30 I have to get all this done, and then I have to be back at work, so the baby can nap by 1, and then while he naps I have homework, and then as soon as he wakes up we have to go run to town and do something else, and I have to be back before that. And if I don't sit down and make myself think about or make a list of every single thing that I have to get done and in what time frame I have, then I get stressed out and it makes it harder. I even have to account for traffic time. Sometimes I'm so busy I have to give myself a few minutes just to drive across town, and I have to plan that. I have to plan to be stuck in traffic because sometimes I don't have time. I have to use every single second that I have because I don't have time to not. I don't have time to just sit around and not do that. So I feel like if I don't plan every second on my really busy days, then it won't get done, and then I'll be stressed out because it's not done. So
that can be very stressful, sitting in traffic and thinking you're going to be late. So you mentioned the baby. What baby would this be?
I'm a nanny.
Okay, because I knew you said you didn't have any kids.
Yeah, no, I'm a full-time nanny, so
Okay.
I have him.
All right. So is that stressful or?
If he's sick. Usually we have a pretty good schedule, but it makes it hard because he's on such a strict schedule because he works better that way, so he has to be napping between 8:30 and 9 in the morning, and then by 12:30 to 1, and if I have really busy days, that's hard, or if I have homework and he doesn't want to nap, then I have to, make time another part of the day that I can do homework or that I can catch up on other things. So it's hard sometimes if he doesn't nap well or things like that, but we have a pretty good schedule.
It's good. Schedules are really good. So you mentioned being stressed and on edge if you have too much to do. So are there any things that would help to lighten your load to make things not so stressful and hectic all the time?
I think just trying to teach our kids, I guess, and just the family in general, even ourselves, to be more consistent of picking up after ourselves. And, because it's so easy especially when everyone's home, when someone's always there during the day or something, it's just everything. You clean something and then it's a mess again, like a couple hours later. And so if we could learn to be more consistent with that, and maybe just if I just don't let it stress you out, but it's hard. It's like it's not really that big of a deal, but at the time it seems like it.
Right. I think for me it would just be like time management. Even though on my really busy days I plan things out so much, I'm also a procrastinator. So sometimes I create those busy days for myself.
Yeah.
It's like I put it off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then it has to be done by Thursday. So I create those super busy days where I'm, doing things by the minute. And so if I manage my time better and manage my homework and my papers due and all my errands I have to run and cleaning the house and doing the laundry, paying bills even, if I manage that better, then maybe I wouldn't be so stressed out. It's hard. I'm kind of a procrastinator.
Right. Well, that is hard because it's like you stay so busy. So on the free time, the free moments that you have, it's like you don't want to do anything else. So then sometimes that kind of keeps going, and then you ended up till the last minute. You're like, oh, I had to get it all done.
15 loads of laundry.
Yeah. Okay. So having more family help around the house would be good. Like you mentioned, having a list of like things you have to get done and I have to have them done by this, and just maybe even sometimes marking off and getting the things done that won't take very long, just so you can kind of stay ahead of the game a little bit. And then maybe work on the procrastination.
Yeah. Hey, one thing that's really helpful is that new grocery order online and pick up.
Yeah, that does help. I haven't done that yet, but it's great.
You should. It's very helpful.
Yeah.
They bring it out to your car for you. They even put it in your car for you.
That is nice.
So, yeah.
Especially if you've got kids and you don't have to take them in the store, because I know they don't like going to the store.
Yeah.
And then they ask for everything.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so self-care, it's very important to make sure that you incorporate that into your daily lives. I don't know if y'all know, but having stress in your life, that's the #1 cause of cancer. And so you don't want to stay stressed out all the time. That's whatever that takes. And usually if you have some type of self-care in place, that really helps. It could be like meditation. Some people like to take a bath. You can, go work out, go for a walk, talk on the phone, whatever you do that helps you relax and unwind. Do any of y'all have that now? Anything you do on a regular basis?
I get my nails done. It's not very often, but I just can go there and I don't have to talk to anybody unless the lady tries to talk to me.
That's hard too.
Yeah. And then you get your little hand massage and it's nice and relaxing. So that's something I do for me.
That's nice.
Yeah, I utilize the take a bath situation, like on the weekends if my husband's home and they're in there just watching TV or something, I'll go take a bath or but even just sometimes just getting out of the situation, like if it's just the house that's, you're tired of looking at everything you need to do,
Right.
just leave go on a short drive or something, or a walk, and then
Lock yourself in your room with a glass of wine.
and then, and then come back and like reassess and think, okay, it's, it's gonna be all right, not that big of a deal.
Usually most things are not. Sometimes you have to stop and think, is this going to be important like a year from now? Like,
Right.
is it going to really matter if I didn't dust my house this week?
Or this month.
So I was going to ask you, you mentioned taking a bath. Is that like an uninterrupted bath? You get to go in and relax?
Yeah, I lock the door for sure.
Okay, so you don't have anybody knocking on the door saying, Mom.
And I'll be like, I'll just tell them, what do you need? Well, okay, go ask your dad.
Yeah, more like, I just miss you.
I can't even take an uninterrupted shower.
No, but my kids were little.
I don't know,
obviously.
like
If
everybody's in the bathroom, including the dog.
Yeah, if you have small kids, it's hard to do that, and sometimes it's just not possible. But since mine are older now, then they can take care of themselves for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever.
Right.
So,
And how old are your kids?
14 and 9.
Okay, so they could definitely be doing some chores around the house to
Oh,
to
for
help
sure.
Mom.
For sure.
And understand that when she wants to go have alone time and
Yeah.
decompress, and that's okay.
And they'll probably welcome it at times, be like, okay, Mom, go take your little time out. And come back and be a
Go
little
time out,
nicer.
you're grouchy.
Yeah. And Haley, do you have self-care that you like to do?
Mine's more so of just saying no. My phone goes off probably about 3 times a day. People ask me to work. Just even today, somebody asked me to work on Saturday, and I'm already working Saturday, and sometimes I can't do it all. And it's, I work my full-time job, every single day, and then next week I also have an overnight job every single day next week, and sometimes I just have to say no, and I didn't do that for a long time, and I'd be just driving down the road crying, so I was like, I can't do it all, and so now I just have to say no. It's hard because I don't like doing it, because I know people need help, but I would just, even sometimes with family things, I would get so stressed out about, getting there first so I could grab a table for all the family, and now it's just, I'll get there because I get so stressed out. Yeah, so just saying no and telling myself that it's fine, it'll work out, and I don't have to do everything because I can't. That's been my biggest self-care the last, month or two. Just trying to give myself some space from myself.
Remember that you're just one person.
Yeah.
You can't.
That's true. That was one of my points, was to learn to say no to people.
Yeah.
Sometimes. I mean, not always. You don't want to be somebody who always says, no, I'm not going to hang out with you, or whatever. But so every once in a while, it's like you just can't do it all. Like if your calendar's completely booked, top to bottom, every day, just like scratch something out. Like I can't make that. It's better for your sanity, yes, than to just completely stress out, and then you won't even enjoy your time when you're there, whatever you're doing, because you're just worried about where else you have to be and what you should be doing and everything else. But I think that housework is probably the least important of anything else you could be doing in life, though. I mean, it'll get done. But I mean, it would be nice if you had the opportunity, you could have a housekeeper or something come in and take that burden away.
That'd be great.
Yeah. That would be nice.
I probably need a daily housekeeper.
Oh, we would for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be really nice. So what is your top priority in life? Like what do you hold the most important to you? And I know a lot of people want to say like, oh, it's my husband or my kids or whatever, but like for real, even if it's yourself, your job, school, whatever, like what is the most important thing to you in your life?
Besides God,
Yes.
Work, the boys, that always comes first. Just because with my job, they don't have any other family around, and it's it's me. I mean, I'm like power of attorney, take them to the hospital if I need to, and a lot of times they won't be around. You know, the mom's gone this whole week and dad's at work and he can't just leave, and it's me. That's all they have 90% of the time. And so I would say my job, that always comes first.
How old are the kids?
2.5 and 11 months.
Do you have them both?
No, one goes to school during the day, and then I have the 11-month-old.
So that would keep you busy. So do you find, so you said you go to school also?
Yes.
Okay. So when do you have time to do homework?
Late at night, or if the baby's sleeping. But sometimes, yeah, I just try to squeeze in as much as I can on any kind of downtime, because normally when I get off work, I don't want to I'll go home and clean the house. I do it every day. I'll take a shower, and then I'll try to just relax. So I try to get homework done during the day or on Sundays, because my 2 online classes don't open up until Friday, and normally all my homework is due by Sunday, and Fridays and Saturdays I don't want to do it, so normally Sunday I have to do it. So Sundays are kind of my homework days, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're saying if you ever have to do homework late at night, then when do you have time to sleep? If you have to be at work early the next morning.
I usually, even if I am up late doing homework, I try to be in bed by 11, so I try to be up to work out. My alarm goes off at 3:50. So as long as I get like 4 hours of sleep, I'm okay.
This is way more
Good for
motivation
you,
than I
'cause
do.
that would not be me.
But it's not always like that. I mean, this morning I got to work early so I could pick up Parker, so I could go to a 7:30 workout. So that's not as bad as 4:45.
Yeah, and you can do 2 at once. So you
Yeah.
have your job and working out. Well, that's good. It probably is good that you set aside Sunday afternoons for homework.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to stress about it during the week. You just know I'm doing it on Sunday, and maybe that's a day you tell somebody no.
I feel like that was
can't
more
do
stressful for me when I was in school if I waited until Sunday, because then I'm like, time's up.
Yeah.
I have to do it now.
I know.
Yeah, it would be ideal if you did it before last minute, but
Yeah.
if you're sitting down to do it at an arranged time, then I guess at least that's a little less stress for you.
Well, I can't tell myself I'll do it later because I have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm a procrastinator.
Yeah. So then your life was probably a little more stressful back when you were in school too, with being a single mom.
Yes. I mean, I went through periods of working and not working when I was in school. So in the beginning I worked, I would go to school from like 8 to noon, and then I would work part-time from 1 to 6 during the week. And then when my schedule got to a point where I had to take classes in the afternoon also, I had to quit working for I want to say about a year. And then I worked kind of for the school, doing some tutoring, and kind of just made my own schedule, and then started working my last year in college at the hospital that I work at now, working night shift, and so kind of worked a little bit better for my schedule, but it definitely was much more hectic, and I feel like now I can go to work and then leave work there and come home and just be at home and not have to think about things, even though I did consider briefly going to graduate school. So that still may be in the works, but I haven't quite made that commitment just yet.
Yeah.
Not ready to give up my free time just yet.
Yeah, well, at least it would be temporary though.
Right.
It would probably mean you could get a raise also.
I don't know that I would get a raise at work, but it would give me an alternative option to working as a floor nurse later in life, when I'm probably not going to be in as good of health and probably not going to be able to get around as much. As if I had a master's degree, I could teach, do something alternative as opposed to being in the hospital setting. So that's the main point, is just kind of looking towards the future and what I want to do later.
Oh yeah.
You know, so.
Well, that sounds like a good plan. All right, well, so just keep in mind that what I said about stress, be the number one cause of cancer. So nobody wants that for sure, but nobody wants to be stressed out either. So just learn to definitely practice self-care and let the little things go. You guys should definitely be asking your children for help around the house. Just take some of that off of you since you stay so busy, but just know that your kids are only little once, so just enjoy them while they're there because they grow up fast.
Yeah.
So just enjoy your time. I mean, life is short, so don't stay stressed out all the time. Learn to make time for yourself for sure, and make time for what's important in your life, even if that means you have to stay up a little bit later at night or get up a little earlier in the morning, or like I said, tell people no sometimes. Like, this is what's important to me. I'm not going to do that this weekend or whatever. But
Yeah.
so, is there anything else you want to talk about?
I don't think so.
Well, I'm glad y'all came in today,
Thank
and
you.
I look forward to talking with y'all again.
Thank
you.
you. Thanks.